Well, what's going on, everybody? It's Kristen, y'all for Yanez. Happy sunshine and love naturally, y'all. So today I am going to be talking about a kind of a clearing and detaching technique that I learned from an amazing spiritual guide and mentor that's here local in Kansas City. Um, Hold on one second. And her name is Arya Norman, and she taught me this, and it it kind of makes more sense than your like regular like cord cutting, like spiritual cord cutting ritual, if you will, and it's called cord removal, and so cord cutting essentially is when you kind of imagine yourself kind of still, physically attached, by energetic cord to something, someone, a thing, a vice. And you kind of imagine that there's a cord attached. You kind of feel, within your body where you may feel that attachment. You may have issues, when it comes to matters of the heart. You might have issues when it comes to like your womb or your solar, like any of your chakras. You may have like this energetic, pressure in your legs, and you go to do like a cord cutting, and you feel the energy in your leg, and it's attached to something, someone, a place, or whatever, and you just imagine yourself cutting that cord. You may say some affirmations. You may do this in a clearing bath. You may set up like a whole routine to do this, and kind of do this in like, in this imaginative spiritual space. Well, she kind of taught me to go even further. And I will also add, some other, key things that has helped me as well in regards to cord removal. Now, cord removal, it is similar, but you're going to imagine that there's a cord, just as I'm holding, there's a cord between you, someone, a thing, like a vice, or even a place, that you no longer frequent, but it's still in your energy, what have you. You're going to imagine that at the end of that, wherever that thing is, attached, you're gonna imagine that it's attached like a follicle in your hair, and you're going to imagine that you're pulling that follicle out. And once the follicle is removed, there's like a gaping hole, so there may be some things that may come up, within your emotions during this time. And make sure that when you're doing this, it's like sacred, your energy is calm, is grounded. But you can make a whole ritual of it, light some candles, do whatever it is that you do, that you're guided to do. And so once that follicle, that energetic spiritual follicle, and you're imagining this, is removed, there's a gaping hole, and like in that hole, just imagine, just whatever comes up, if it's like a relationship, or just whatever comes up. Imagine things that may have hurt you, or things that may have, held you back or weighed you down. Imagine those things that are coming up within you, just kind of falling out, like literally, if it's fear. Imagine the word fear just falling out. However it comes up, it's going to look different for everybody. And then once those emotions are out, and they're, they seeped out of that hole that's left, imagine you have some sort of putty, and make it pretty. Imagine this putty, is like this healing aura, this healing aura light, golden, that high vibrational purple, white light, that violet ultra, white light, and cover and like um kind of say some healing affirmations and fill in that gaping hole with that, healing, putty. And then even take it a step further. Now that you are patched up and everything, and you're imagine yourself whole again and healed again, go ahead and kind of imagine the same thing, you pulling out the follicle from someone else, and kind of removing and detaching, that energetic cord altogether. And then that's for me, that's when you want to like take it a step further and kind of cut that cord. Cut it, chop it up into pieces. Imagine yourself throwing the cord into a pit of fire, or it being washed away in a river, in a stream of water, and just really, really like detach yourself. You may, just like a cord cutting, you may want to do this several times, but I do see that cord removal is more effective, because for me, cord cutting, I'm not gonna lie, when I was doing cord cutting, that energetic, connection would hit back, immediately. And I'm like, dang, know what, I would like kind of have to do it, more than once. But with the cord removal, I find myself feeling lighter. Like there's, when you're cord cutting, that cord, is still there. Like it's still there. You may have cut it, you may have cut it, but that person, that place, and that thing still has a piece of your energy. You still have a piece of the energy of someone else. And so when Miss Aria told me that, it made so much sense to, my journey, what I was going through, and what I needed to do to kind of cover and protect myself. And so with cord removal, you literally may feel, the urge to detach immediately from like a vice. You may feel the urge to detach immediately from a person, and that person may just literally, end up leaving out of your life or exiting out of your life. You may be like repelled. You may um, be repelled from certain places. Like you don't even want to go to these places, anymore. And you don't even want to be seen at these places anymore. You don't want to even do these things anymore. And you'll just, kind of feel lighter, because you, once again, when a follicle is removed, like when you pluck, like a, not a gray hair necessarily, because I keep my grays, but like, a chin hair, so to speak, you see that follicle in a chin hair, or when you pluck in your eyebrows, you see that follicle. And so once it's removed, it's gone. Um, and yes, removed is gone. And so there's nothing hanging there, for you to kind of worry about. So you feel a lot lighter. Um, okay, now we are on water signs. Water signs. What cords need to be removed and then cut? This doesn't have to be a person. This could be place, things, a thought form. Water signs. Be sure to look into your sun, moon, rising, north node, and crayon placements. I just heard water sign, a thing of the past. Whatever it is, it's like you're fine with it. You're gonna be in an energy where it's not gonna necessarily be hard. You're just gonna be like, you're fresh, it's new, you're excited to remove this cord and cut this cord. You will be delighted. You will you will be delighted. funny. That's so funny. A thing of the past. Let's see. What cords are being removed out of the water signs? Let's see. I'm hearing you're toxic. It's 111. You're toxic. I'm slipping under the taste of the voice. I'm paralyzed. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? So this could be a toxic person. Um, or this could be an addiction because addicted to you. So this could be an addiction that you have, maybe an obsession that you have. Um, in regards to a substance or a person. I got the high priestess here. And I don't want to say obsession because it's not necessarily an obsession, because if it was an obsession, you wouldn't be okay with letting it go. Or maybe you're at the point where it's like, okay, enough now. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Water signs. And keep in mind, yeah, this is some type of addiction. This is some type of addiction. At the bottom of, yeah, this is some type at the bottom of the deck. This is some type of addiction. Um, and as we know, the high priestess is Piscean energy. So, but this is for all water signs. So, Two of Swords is like this is some type an addiction. It's like you've been repeating cycle after cycle, tower moment after tower moment with something or somebody that was no good for you. Um, Water signs, and we got um water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Piscean energy here with this King of Cups, and then we also have the Eight of Swords, and it's like you knew all along that this energy was no good for you, but you held on to it anyway, and it's like the Two of Swords. You're ready to remove the cord. You're ready to remove that blindfold because now you see clearly, or it's a need for you to remove this cord so that you can see clearly and detach away from this this energy. You knew this energy was no good for you all along. Whoever this is, it's in regards to somebody. It's like this person, they stabbed you in the back. They stabbed you in the back. They came in with like tricks in hand. But it's like, how something is so toxic, but it just feels so damn good. That's that's what it is. And it's like now you're realizing like, oh, enough is enough. It's like they came in with a bag of tricks, in hand, and then like they left their energy behind. It's like you're fixed. You're like they it's like a quick fix is what I'm hearing. The same swords, same two swords right there. And it's like, it's like at the end of the day, you can get those two swords or whatever and get your quick fix. Whatever that means. All right, air signs. I mean, not air signs. It could have been an air sign. It could have been with these swords. It could have been an air sign that you was dealing with. It could have been an air sign that you was dealing with, or no, they came popping in to get a quick fix. they came popping in to get a quick fix. But they every time they came in to get a quick fix, they left with something that was vital to you. But it's like now you're holding on to what's vital to you. There's two left. They didn't get these. You know, they didn't walk away like a thief in the night with these and leave you hanging and ghost you. You held on and you're using these swords to cut that blinder off. That's what you removing. I saw that. I saw that. Yeah. It, you not tapping in to get a quick fix. It could be, but it's more so them. They come traveling to you, coming towards you for a quick fix. But you know now that it's not worth it. Home. You could have felt like home to them. They could feel like home to you. Self-sabotage. Like I said, this is something, it's toxic. It was toxic as crap, but it felt good. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is here. I'm gonna keep this out. So you literally would just go back to this person, to this individual, or allow them to come back to you. Inner child, victim consciousness is here too. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that everybody getting the same stuff? Help from above. Okay. So victim consciousness. You playing the victim, they playing the victim. What else? Alchemy. What else for the water signs? What else for the water signs? What else for the water signs? For removal. Wisdom. Use your better judgment. Wisdom. Food and hunger. Mother. Maybe you watched your mother go through something like this. Food and hunger. It's like starve that beast. Starve that beast. Starve that beast. Starve that beast. Food and hunger. Starve that beast. One more. Love life. Yeah. Starve that beast. Love life. Karmic relationship. Clearly. For the, what is it? For the taste of your, I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? Leave that shit alone. Cut that cord. Remove it. All right. That's it. Peace.